Welcome to my 5 no's. Food. Food is the simulation of your energy and your life force. It's responsible for your well-being. Food. I think that that's so magnificent to just think about. Food. Now, when you realize that, maybe it'll help you create a little bit more discipline and awaken awareness of what you're putting in your body, because what you put in is what you're going to get out. So I just want to talk a little bit about a rule of thumb with food. So you want to eat, just as a rule of thumb, you want to eat natural organic foods such as vegetables, fruits, seeds, nuts, roots, and herbs. Now that's the general idea. Now make sure that you're eating and buying organic food. And why those foods versus other foods? Those foods are easy to digest, and digestion takes more energy than anything else in your body. So if you're eating easy to digest foods, you're going to have more energy. Now other foods such as meat and processed foods take longer to digest, and it's harder for your body to digest. So when I go in to describe what you put on your plate, you're going to see why I only say 1/4 of your plate or less is of meat or of processed foods. So now your body is your best teacher. And of course, if you have diet issues, go see a nutritionalist. Or if you have health conditions, go see a doctor. So I'm not claiming anything here. I'm just telling you what I believe and what works for me, and your body is your best teacher. Now, if you eat something and you feel bloated and you feel cranky, or you feel tired or irritable or frustrated or angry, there may be something in the food that you ate that is causing that. Now, some people think that I'm crazy because I say things like that. And I believe that what you put in is what you get out. If you eat something, let's just say like an Italian meal, where you're just loaded with dairy and gluten, and that's really actually quite a lot of sugars because those are such high carbohydrates. When you eat that kind of food, how do you feel? Do you feel like you're ready to go like run a marathon and like go cheerlead and do some jumping jacks? Or do you feel like you need to go kick back on the couch and watch a TV show? Now, if you feel like you need to kick back and watch a TV show, there may be a red flag that you may have. I'm going to call it an allergy because I talk that way, but you have maybe a sensitivity to those types of foods. And so your body is your best teacher. Your body is saying things like, oh, I have a headache. Pay attention. Did you eat something that, your body doesn't really like? Pay attention to your body and the reactions that's having after the food. So I'm going to go into first of all, my 5 rules of thumb. First one is 1 plate. So number 1, 1 plate. 1 plate of food, which is not a side plate of a salad and a soup bowl and a dessert dish and all of the appetizers and everything like that. 1 plate of food. Number 2 is half, so that's why there's a 2 on the bottom. So half your body weight in ounces for your water intake. Now, if you're working out, you've got to drink more. That's minimum for everyone, no less half your body weight in ounces. Number 3, I take 3 supplements a day, 3 types of supplements a day. Now, I'm not going to go into what supplements I take because I don't know who you are and what your body needs, but I suggest that you go talk to a nutritionalist and find out what your body needs. I believe it's very, very difficult for people to be able to eat all the nutrition in food. If you do, I think you might be overeating. It's very difficult to get all the vitamins, all the nutrients, all the antioxidants in 1 plate of food 3 times a day. That's my own personal opinion. You can do what you want. That's number 3. Number 4, on your plate of food, 1/4 of it is meat, and other 3/4 is green. It's your natural organic foods, your fruit, your vegetables, your nuts, your seeds, things like that. That's the 3/4 of your plate. More greens than anything, the greener the better. And number 5 is going to lead me into my 5 no's. My 5 no's. Now, I say no like absolutely no way, never. And what I'm going to preface with this is I don't buy any of these foods in my house. I suggest that If I do go out and someone cooks it for me, I don't turn my nose up. I bless the food. I appreciate the food, and I am grateful that they served me the food. Or if I go to a restaurant and there's no accommodations, I do my best. So, or if I'm on a special occasion and there's something going on, sure, I allow, because I believe in moderation, everything is okay. Just these are my 5 no's with rules of thumb in my house. No caffeine. Okay, I actually am no caffeine. So no caffeine. The Mayo Clinic says that caffeine, as you know, increases your blood pressure. It creates insomnia. It actually reduces the fertility in women, and it is associated with gout because of the high acidity. Now, let me ask you a question. You go to bed at whatever time, 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock like me. You go to bed at whatever time. The glass of water was probably at 7 or 8 o'clock. You wake up in the morning. Is your first drink caffeine? Because if your first drink is caffeine, your brain and body is starving of water for those last like 8 to 10 hours, hopefully 8 to 10 hours minimum. And now you're going to starve it more because caffeine like sucks the water out, right? It's a high acidity and it sucks the water out. So now you're going to put caffeine in your body. I suggest you wake up and you drink a glass of water, start off with killing those ounces because you got to have a lot to drink. So drink those ounces in the water. Stay away from caffeine. Number 2, people don't like this one. No alcohol. You know, here's the deal with alcohol. Anything that makes you slurred speech or disimpaired and you can't like walk. I mean, you can't legally even drive because it's proven that it impairs you. I mean, alcohol impairs you. And now you're going to say, oh, it's okay that I can put this poison in my body every once in a while, or it's okay to poison my body because there's resveratrol or whatever is in wine. And I think that that's good. That resveratrol you can buy as a supplement. So I'm a big no alcohol because I don't believe killing brain cells is ever a good idea. I believe that I would like to be able to grow old with a young brain. So I'm all about no alcohol. Number 3, no gluten. So it would be, so gluten is a difficult thing for some people who eat gluten a lot. Now, there's so many substitutes out there, and there's a gajillion research articles about what's going on with gluten. And I'm not going to go into all the details about gluten because it's quite controversial and you can do what you want. My only rule of thumb is if your body's your best teacher and you don't feel so good after an Italian meal, red flag. Think about what you're putting into your body because what you get in is what you get out. Number 3, no dairy. Now, in my family, we have some dairy allergies, and so I'm pretty strict with the dairy, but dairy is high congestion, right? Lots of phlegm. It actually creates gas. It creates bloating, cramping, and irritability. So be careful with dairy. And, and I've read this study. It said 70% of the world's population is lactose intolerant. What? I was like, holy moly, that is crazy. So anyways, red flag, pay attention to dairy. And lastly, my last one, which is the most difficult, no sugar. Now, this is one of those things where you're like, come on, no sugar, you just took all the fun out of life. Now, I'm not saying, you have to be an extremist about everything, but you got to start paying attention of how much sugar you're putting into your body. For example, an apple is, I don't remember how many grams of an apple there is in a sugar. I should have looked that up before I did this, but there's so many grams in an apple of sugar. I believe it was like 2 ice cream cones, if I remember correctly, of sugar. You got to be everyone's like, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I think that the doctors actually were behind that whole infomercial of to keep the doctor away. I think it's eat an apple a day, keep the doctor to stay. So make sure you're paying attention of how much sugar you're putting into your diet. Are you waking up and having a bowl of cereal? Go check out all those grams of sugar. Or are you waking up and having a green drink that you buy from the store? those green drinks that you buy from the store, check out how much sugar it is and then go look at how much an ice cream cone has. There's actually triple the sugar in those green drinks that you buy that you think you're all healthy in that. Now, I'm not saying go eat an ice cream cone. I'm saying go check out how much sugar you're really putting in your body. Now, let's see, is there anything else? Oh, and then the other thing that I read is research shows that 1 in every 3 people are going to be diagnosed with Alzheimer's within 5 to 10 years as you get older. Now, that's crazy. Now, what are they associating Alzheimer's with? Sugar. So pay attention to your sugar intake. Are you overeating in sugar? I'm not talking like a little square of chocolate. I'm talking like the sugar that's hidden in foods. So pay attention, just start looking at how much sugar is coming into your diet. So really quick, 1 plate of food, half your body ounces in water, 3 supplements a day, 1/4 your plate protein, 3/4 of your plate greens. My 5 no's: no, what do I start with first? No caffeine, no alcohol, no gluten, no dairy, no sugar. So all of those no's, you go ahead and take it however you want to do it. I think that, everything in moderation is okay. Just please, please, please red flag those and just start paying attention of how much you're doing each one of those. And remember that food is the simulation of life force, energy, and your well-being. So pay attention of what you're putting inside your body, because what you put in is what you get out.